Hi and welcome to Staging Surgery. So today I want to talk about the big elephant in the room when it comes to selling your property, and that is bad odours. So the big question is why we don't want to talk about this or bring it up when putting our properties on the market. Well, the answer is because we see our properties as our home and not as a business. We don't want to offend. When you put a property on the market, it instantly becomes a business, and we need to understand that it is no longer for personal taste. It needs to appeal to the widest audience as possible. When preparing a house for sale, the one thing that can help make or break a sale almost instantly is how it smells. We often forget that the sense of smell is one of the most important senses, and getting it right or wrong can hugely affect the value and saleability of your property. A bad smell is one of the single and biggest turn-offs for viewers. So first and foremost, identifying the source is the most important thing, rather than to try and hide it with air fresheners. Once you've found out the original source of the bad smell in your property, it is so much easier to get rid of rather than masking over it. So here are a few top tips to treat bad odours. If your house has a damp smell and you don't have the time to get it treated, if you place a tray of cat litter in the area, this will help absorb the damp area in a few days. Buying a dehumidifier is also a great investment when it comes to damp, but be sure to put it away when you have a viewing. Carpets can be a harbour for retaining all sorts of bad odours, from pets to smoking. If your budget allows, look at investing in a new carpet, as this will increase the saleability trifold and vastly reduce the chances of someone trying to reduce the price of your property. If you don't have the budget to replace all the carpets, then look at getting them professionally cleaned. Avoid using cheap plugins at all costs. Although they promise the smell of freshly laundered linen, they never do. Instead, use room diffusers with a natural fragrance, which will give a hint of freshness rather than a full-on hit as soon as they walk through the door. Marks and Spencer's do a really good range called Apothecary, which smell absolutely gorgeous. I've also recently discovered this small business as well called Valente, who do the most gorgeous smelling candles and diffusers. So top industry tip, if you're using a gentle fragrance, be sure to use the same one in all the key rooms in the house, as this will help them remember your property over all the others. Remember when you smell something and it instantly takes you back to a certain time or place? Well, this is the same when selling your home. Bathrooms and kitchens also need to be smelling great too. As I mentioned earlier, tackle these from the source by making sure they are spotlessly clean and removing any mould or mildew. The good old-fashioned trick of baking bread or brewing coffee still works wonders as well. And if you're selling your property in the winter and have a log fire or a burner, having it lit before the viewer arrives will put a lovely, welcoming wood-burning smell from the chimney outside. And what could be more inviting?